YouTube, what is good? We're back for another NBA game day breakdown. We got the best game on the board, the Indiana Pacers against my New York Knicks in the Garden. Let's get straight into it, man. Let's cue that intro.
Let's smoke the books.
The lock talk.
Man, look, all right. Yesterday, we didn't have the best video, man, but, ends our win streak on these NBA videos. Unfortunately, the Timberwolves didn't cover. I did think, it was a tough game. I thought OKC would definitely win. I just thought maybe it'll be a little bit closer. It looked good in the beginning, but man, OKC was getting a ton of free throw shots. So I'll definitely talk about that game the next time they play up, which will be obviously very, very soon. But now we got the next game of this conference finals, man. Pacers against the Knicks. And we've seen this before, right? What I will say is Knicks are the higher seed. They have the home court advantage. Surprisingly enough, if the Nuggets would have won that series against the Thunder, they would have the Knicks would have had the home court advantage for the entire playoffs. But obviously OKC, I still think, is going to go to the finals. This is the one that's very tough. Even though I'm a Knicks fan, I live in New York, I'm very unbiased. I will call a spade a spade. If I think the Pacers will win or cover or the total will go XYZ, I will say it. So do not worry, I will not be biased in this. But one thing I do want to point out is there's a lot of history with this team, right? The Knicks and the Pacers actually last year, they played in the playoffs and the Pacers actually eliminated them. So we take a look. Let me see if I could go to the 2023 season head to head. Let's see, head to head. Let's see, we'll move this around. Let's see, we'll go 20. So 2023, this is where, let's see, 2024, there we go. And then has to be around the same time. So 2024, yep. The Pacers ended up winning that entire series. But it wasn't because the Knicks didn't play well. It's just because everyone got hurt. Brunson got hurt. OG was hurt. I mean, they didn't have Cat, right, at that time period. So, I mean, as a result of all those injuries and things like that, I mean, the Knicks really couldn't get the job done. I'd say both teams have gotten a lot better. I mean, Pacers, Halliburton has really come to his own. Siakam has been a huge piece and been, a first or secondary star with Halliburton. And then Miles Turner has been healthy. And then even other guys in that lineup have really stepped it up. So like I like to do all of them, I like to look at kind of how they played beforehand. So far this season, they played 3 times. Knicks won 2 out of the 3. And then in spots where I'd say they were kind of important, right? Like they weren't like, there was no games where the team was kind of taking off. Like they already like secured their seeding. Knicks and Pacers in all these games were, playing for it. So let's take a look at the last one though, which was in February, which was quite a long time ago. Knicks won 128-115. I believe this was in Indiana. So let's take a look. So the Knicks, man, I mean, they had everyone playing, but they didn't have OG, right? That's a big thing, right? They still won this game without OG, without Mitch Robinson, and they still won this game. The Knicks, I mean, look at who did so well. Karl Anthony Towns absolutely ate up against this Pacers team. Even though the Pacers team has, a center and a power forward in Siakam and Miles Turner, I actually don't think they have the size to match up with the Knicks. And the Knicks can definitely bully them. But let's just go look. So obviously, Karl Anthony Towns did very well. Precious Achiuwa was, kind of the replacement for OG and Mitchell Robinson. Now he's coming off the bench if he gets any playing time. On the Pacers side, Siakam did very well. But Halliburton, he did okay. I mean, 8 assists, 16 points. Nembhard was okay, but they didn't have in this game. They didn't have Miles Turner, which is another big piece. But he's a great shooter, good rebounder, overall solid center. The game before that, let's see. I go back. All right, so the game before that was in November of 2024. The Knicks actually lost this game, but let's see who played, right? OG did play. Karl Anthony Towns played. Everyone played. Pacers on their side. Miles Turner played. Halliburton played. Siakam. So they had their full lineup. Ben Shepherd played. So no Nembhard, no Nesmith. So, I mean, pretty surprising. But, I mean, even with the Knicks and their full force, they couldn't get the job done in this game. So it's kind of been back and forth, I would say. Both teams are very familiar with each other, both in the regular season and in the playoffs. So the big question is, do the Knicks deserve to be this big of a favorite? They are -4.5 favorites at home. And let's take a look see where the line has been. So we take a look. It looks like a lot more people are on the Pacers, bro. Public money's on the paper. Not that much, man, according to this one site. And again, take these sites with a grain of salt. It's not 100%. But looks like a lot of people are getting Pacers with the points, which, you know, is not a bad play at all, man. I mean, I think overall, it's going to be I think it's going to be a close game. It's always tough to judge on the first game of a series how things go. But again, I mean, the Knicks have blown them out. Pacers have blown them out. I just think in this game, though, it's going to come down to a key few factors. But before I give you these key few factors, I do want to say if you were on my winnable, which is where I send out all my picks, premium, but also free, I gave it a free play last night. Dylan Cease over 5.5 strikeouts with the write-up and everything. If you do want to join, I'll put a link down in the description. You guys get free text messages every time I send out a play. But boom, man, that's how we did. Over 5.5 Ks cash. I was actually at the Yankees game. I wanted to add one little thing to it. So we had Will Warren. I probably could have done over 15.5. This would have cashed out for way more. But nonetheless, a winner on that one. And overall, premium had a winning day. 3-1 in baseball. And this had the loss, obviously, right there. OKC first half. But overall, man, let's go straight into it, man. And if you do like all this content, man, I do want to say one thing, man. Go hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Leave a number 8 down below. Let me know you guys are watching this video. And I will also say this. If you're watching this video and you leave a comment, you'll be entered in to win tomorrow's free giveaway, which I'll give a free daily card. I will announce it at the beginning of the video. So a new thing. So if you're listening, probably maybe a few or 5 people will comment. And you guys will get, you know, this free one. So, all right, but let me just break it down. So I think if I wanted to look at this game, look, I do think the Knicks are the better team. I think with everyone playing, I don't see any, at least major injuries, right? The main thing, like, you got to remember too, there's a big revenge factor in this game. The Knicks got bounced last time in the playoffs because of the Pacers. They have everyone healthy. They have their full lineup. I mean, Jalen Brunson, man, he took a huge pay cut to get this team together, to get the Villanova Knicks, to get Hart, OG, Carl. So they had enough cap space to get this team together. And look, this is a revenge spot for them, man. They're playing at home in the Garden. They just beat the Celtics, man. This is the first time they're in the playoffs in, I think, over 25 years, or in the Eastern Conference Finals. So this is a huge step. And how good would it be to beat the team that took you out last year? And it has to start with this game right here. The fact is, though, however, is the number too high? I don't think so, right? Obviously, I've said it many times before, guys. There are a ton of new books that you guys could look at. These two right here, let's see, these two right here, PrizePicks and Novig. You guys got to get on these books, man. I mean, they offer the best odds, the best lines. It's all peer-to-peer exchanges. You guys want some sign-up bonuses? Please go to that pinned comment down below or in my description. I left links there for you guys to get some bonus money and or a deposit discount. If you use those codes as my thanks, it supports the channel and everything I do. I will give you guys free time in premium where I drop every single play, more than what I do here on YouTube. But I do think 4.5, it's right there, man. I think this line is really a 3.5, 4-point game. 4.5 is really pushing it. If you want to get a 3.5, it looks like the best line is Novig, BetMGM, or ESPN Bet Game -125. Obviously, the best line, I mean, if even with all this money, I wish you could get a 3. There's no flat 3. That would be great. But I got this line around 3.5 to 4. So I think it's a little bit rich. But I do think the Knicks are the much better team. I think they're the best team in this. I mean, I was hoping that the Pacers would beat the Cavaliers because I just think they match up so well against this Pacers team. What do the Pacers like to do? They like to run in transition. The Knicks have really good defense and transition defense. Pacers like to drive in the paint. They got big guys that can cover them. They can shoot threes. Knicks have one of the best 3-point defenses. That's kind of the reason why they were very competitive in all these Celtic games. And even though Tatum got hurt in that one game, the Knicks were going to win that game no matter what. They were up already. That just kind of put the icing on the cake. And honestly, look, I mean, could have the Celtics came back if Tatum was healthy? Maybe. But as far as I see it, the Knicks were up 3-2 with Jason Tatum playing all those games. And I mean 3-1, I'm sorry, 3-1 with Jason Tatum playing all those games. So Knicks are proven they got the confidence. And I think, you know, they match up well size-wise, rebounding-wise, defensively. And the Pacers, look, their defense has not been that elite in certain spots. But I do not think they're going to be able to keep up with the size and physicality of the Knicks, man. Jalen Brunson's obviously on a new level, man. He got called. He's the number one clutch player in the NBA for a reason, man. And I think the Knicks are going to win this game. I don't like taking alternative lines, but if you can get, let's see, my play will try to go and wait. Maybe see get the 3.5. I like the 3.5. I think, again, like I said, the 3.5 to 4-point game. I will pay the juice just to get the line I want. If you don't have an ESPN bet, looks like BetMGM and Novik are the two other best lines. I will get it there. So my pick is the Knicks minus 3.5. If you force me, man, to do 4.5, I mean, I do think there's a 0.5 point, maybe some slight value with the Pacers, but I still think the Knicks could cover that as well. But give me the Knicks, man. I think they cover this game. They win this game. And then ultimately, I think the Knicks, I'm not saying this because I'm from New York, but I think they ultimately win the series. But we'll see. It'd be great to see how this game goes. And I'm interested to see if the Knicks can pull this off, man. But guys, if you've been with me this far, man, thank you so much. Go leave a comment if you want to be entered in the next daily giveaway. And I'll see you guys in the next one.